Yeah. Okay.
Money, sooner or later, directly or indirectly. An awful lot of money that could be put to better use. It would appear from everything we've been told that that money has been used or has had to be used for legal fees. Now, again, you may say that it's not Athletics Ireland money or it's not public money, but just we would like clarity on that. If the figure of 100,000 is accurate, it's a huge amount of money. If it's more than that, we really need to know the reasons for it. And I suppose basically at the end of all of this, what all of us need to know here as public representatives is that the money, the public funding that is dedicated to the Athletics Association is well spent on behalf of the sport in the country. I think the one thing that we must surely all agree on is that first and foremost, it has to be athletics at every level across the country, from your, juveniles or the 5 to 10-year-olds right up to the elite athletes. So I'd welcome your comments on that, Chairman. Thanks, Chairman.
Mr. Hennessy, do you want to respond to those lot of questions?
There are quite a range of things that have actually come up there. Maybe it might need to be asked again because I haven't been able to take notes and track all the various things. There was a question asked as to why the CEO is not here. The CEO is currently on holidays. There's issues around the whole question of the legal costs, and unfortunately there are legal proceedings still going on, so it's impossible for me to comment upon these at this particular time.
To ask just a supplementary in relation to the Chief Executive being on holidays. My supplementary is, was she invited to the meeting today?
No, the CEO was not invited to the meeting.
Thank you. Yeah. So the fact that she's on holidays then is totally irrelevant, or let's call it a red herring. Thank you.
Yeah, but there's a whole range of we're working through a whole series of processes in conjunction with all the various parties at this stage, including the CEO. And unfortunately, we cannot really, and this is, as I said, the whole range of people. We're working between the board and the various people that are involved. We're going through a whole process at this stage, trying to reach an overall solution of all the various issues that are actually out there. And there is a multiplicity of issues that have arisen over a period of time. It's unfortunate, and we deeply regret the various issues that have arisen, and as to how they might have arisen, and going through the whole history of this. Part of it perhaps could be due to the fact that we moved from a voluntary to professional organisation a couple of years ago. All the various things that arise between the volunteers and professionals, that could be part of it. We clearly have identified ourselves, once we get over all of these issues, that there are lots of things that we need to get sorted out ourselves. The whole interaction between voluntary and professional, looking at our total structures, reviewing all the appointments that we made over the years. We went from a position where we had only a very small number of people employed to a situation now we have 18 people employed. Looking at the full remit of all of those people, see does it meet the needs of the organisation? How can we best move forward for all of these, for the benefit of the sport? And everything that we're trying to do is, obviously, it is for the overall sport. I said there have been issues. We are seriously going through these issues. There can be a timing of having this meeting here in terms of if this was a bit later, it may be better. We'll be able to come up with maybe an overall solution. Our interaction with the Sports Council down through the years have been hugely positive, absolutely positive down through the years. Of course there can be challenges in dealing with them. They will challenge us, we will challenge them. We spent a lot of time working through various processes with them. They've assisted us enormously in us putting together a lot of our structures that needed to be put together, that we may have been a bit even slow ourselves, Mr. Chairman, in actually doing, and they actually helped us. And similarly, working with people like the Olympic Council, it's absolutely crucial for us as an organisation that we work with every potential body that's out there to try and maximise every resource that's there for the benefit of the sport. And that is why we have been working very closely in recent years with Athletics Northern Ireland, with Sport Northern Ireland, and the various sports partnerships around the country. Anybody that's out there, but we're limited in what we can do. We've done a fair bit, but there's still quite a bit to be done. Unfortunately, these issues have arisen in recent months. We're working through them. We also have the issue where we had the appointment of the Director of Athletics has taken us a little bit of time. We're now working through that. We have we advertised for the job, and we would hope to get that critical appointment in place in the next few months. And we will constantly review what we're doing, and again, it's all based on what we feel what is the best interest of the sport.
Could I just ask a supplementary there? Actually, I think one of the questions I asked about. More
questions to be answered, is there?
Yeah.
I mean, like there were three questions, as I understood, from both Deputy Mitchell.
But the funding.
Firstly, was the funding.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
have you got funding from?
Chairman,
and if so, when? And secondly, was I think the legal fees, the amount of legal fees, and why mediation wasn't part of the process rather than arbitration. Yeah. And the third issue was the CEO, Deputy Upton, I think, asked. Yeah. Can you deal with the financial issue first?
Sorry, my first question to do with funding was, you were on a monthly retainer, I suppose, in the Sports Council. Has that changed now? Have you got your annual funding back? And if so, yes. Why has it changed? I mean, they said they require changes in governance. What changes have taken place?
We had discussions with personally had a lot of discussions with the Irish Sports Council. I was reporting back to the board. We gave them. We told them the difficulties that this fund, what was originally a drip feed of funding to us, the difficulties for us in working out our overall operational plan for the year. They listened to us in that regard. They actually, at a very early stage, responded to the high performance programme, and that money came through at a very, very early stage. So none of the elite athletes were disadvantaged at all. They knew from the word go exactly what the position was. And in fact, we made a further case to the Irish Sports Council for additional funding for a few areas. And of course, they have had a reduced funding this year. We got some additional funding for that. We made the case for the core grant as well. And it wasn't impacting on us on a day-to-day basis, but we needed clarity in towards what would the final outturn from them be by year end. So we got that in recent times. So there's absolute clarity on what the funding is for the year. So that's been very, very important to us.
Can I just come in on that?
Yep.
Just on the performance allocation to Athletics Ireland, we